On Tuesday morning, I had to make a determination that my liner just was not going to hold water. And it's unfortunate, but it was a Frankenstein together liner, several splices, and yeah, it was only holding water up to a point. And I could have been upset about it, but then I was looking at it and I'm like, this is an opportunity. But it was only going to be an opportunity if I could get a liner. And they can be kind of pricey. I knew they were about $250, and I was like, oh, I cannot afford $250 right now. And so I was thinking, well, this part of the liner is brand new. And I know the material and I know the price. I can afford that. So I can do that, do a single splice in the middle, boom, 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 to the side. Do it that way. Of course, one piece would be the optimal, but I didn't think I could afford it. So I went online looking for that, just that half, and priced it out. And what I found was for $80, and I could afford it, a 20-foot by 13-foot liner. More than adequate for what I'm trying to do here. So that's coming this afternoon. So yeah, Tuesday morning, made a determination. I'm taking this old one out. So yeah, I tend to not be too undecisive. And then I just proceeded to take it apart because everything is modular. Everything is modular. And so now what I get is this opportunity to reuse all these materials. Look at all this stuff. This is all stuff that I've gathered just from digging. You dig 6 inches into the ground, you're going to find a rock, big, small, and I save all of them. So all that gets to be reused. So even though I got my waterfall working, I got my waterfall working and it was right there, I decided I'm going to move it. Because I got proof of concept now, right? I know it's going to work. So now I'm going to put it over here, and I think that would be better because when I'm sitting then, as I step over stuff, in my giant chair, boink, and watch movies up here where the screen is going to be, then let's see if I can do this. My waterfall is going to be right there. And anyway, that is the plan. And, as long as I got it apart, I figured I'd, kind of show how it's put back together, I guess. And I was able to build up too, because I wanted to get an even line from one end to the other. So we're just making it better. The first one was just an experiment. And this is what I'm using for the waterfall, which is really cool. I had to make a filter, so it's a makeshift filter little setup. And I'll show you in just a second how I did that. So yeah, what this is, real tiny, tiny, super tiny little pump, right? And so I had to make a filter for it because it's so tiny. I couldn't even experiment with it because it kept getting clogged up. So what I did for a filter around this tiny, tiny little thing, and the reason I'm using it is because it's connected to a solar panel. I don't have any electricity out here. But I'm getting 16 inches of lift out of this thing, which is really, really good as long as I can keep it clear. So what I did was I put one of those little mesh bags around it initially, right? That's kind of the last line of defense filter. And then into like a Chinese food container, I took a nail, heated it up, and then so that I could poke holes, melt holes into the side so water can go in. And this is just cotton batting for like filling a pillow. And then put that down inside it. Boom. A few rocks for weight. Boom. And boom. And then the weight on top to keep it all down. And yeah, I'm getting a good 16 inches of lift, which isn't a lot, but it's pretty good for that little bitty thing. So anyway, yeah, that's how I'm able to make the waterfall then.